only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be, but they're not gonna see me bleed. Cause baby, I got you. I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live cause some people never learn, but they're not gonna watch me burn. Cause baby, I got you. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's the dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Ooh, cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always bring all the lonely, but with you here nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I will tell them what I'm feeling forevermore. I don't care about the feelings, not anymore. So let's show them that love is pure, no matter who it's for. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's the dancing underneath the disco light. They can try but they can never take me down. Cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always bring all the lonely, but with you here nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. Not afraid to love you. Not afraid to love you. I'm gonna go where my heart is. From now on, I'm being honest. I'm gonna show that I got this love. Cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love.
Happy Thursday, everybody. Hope you're all having a great day today. I definitely am. And yeah, I was getting a little dance on. It gets me fired up for these live streams with you guys. So yeah, it's all good. Let me make sure. Is this loud enough for you guys here? Turn this up a little bit. There we go. That might be a little better. All right. So yeah, a lot of stuff happening this week. Last live stream, we talked a little bit about a little special for Carrera 54. We did a little thing where if you bought 2 bottles, your shipping was free, and a ton of people got in on it. That was one of the things that I talked to my partners on Ferment and Still about, and I said, hey, look, there's the feedback that I've got is a lot of people that want to try it, but didn't want to pay for the shipping and stuff. So let's do a deal for them. And we did it, and we're selling a ton. So it's great. So if you haven't gotten yours yet, your Carrera 54 High Proof Blanco, make sure you head over to Ferment and Still. It's still buy 2 bottles and we credit you $14.99. Your shipping's free. And you can add as many bottles, other stuff if you want to. But the responses that I'm getting back from people that got their Carrera 54 is like, oh my God, you're right. Which is, yeah, that's what I've been trying to tell people for a while. But I still have my haters and stuff. So there's still people that will bang on it. But it's not about me. It's about the Camarenas. That's what it's about for me. It's about the Camarenas and producing a fantastic tequila and getting it in people's hands. That's what it's all about. So some other things. Well, tomorrow we have Curiosity Public, right? Coming to do the Tequila Hombre's blind challenge with añejos. I was flashing this here during my little dance segment here on the countdown. So you can see the bottles. We got them all lined up. I'm going to drink along with them, but I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to make any comments and stuff. But that's the Añejo 1 bottle, Añejo 2, Añejo 3, and Añejo 4. So we're going to put these guys through the test and see which ones they pick. I have the list of what's what, so that's why I'm not going to comment on it and stuff. I'm just going to drink along and let them talk. And I'll ask him, I'll administer it. I'll try to, get more stuff from them and as we're going through the tasting and stuff. So it should be a fantastic night. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 Eastern, right here we're doing it on YouTube now because I was able to update my software so I can get more stuff in, more guests on, but they are coming together. So all three of them are going to be together at the same place. I've been coordinating with Dutch and we're ready to go. So it's an exciting time. I'm looking forward to that. I always love collaborating with other YouTubers. So it's going to be fun, especially other tequila aficionados or even bourbon and whiskey guys that like to dabble in tequila as well. Love to bring them on and talk about that. Talking about bourbon and whiskey drinkers, I just saw an article the other day that said that, we're having currently there's been like a big fad right now in the tequila world on bringing still strength blancos into the mix. And I guess that a lot of the bourbon and whiskey drinkers are really excited about this. And a lot of them are coming over from whiskey and from bourbon to tequila to jump into the still strength blanco pool, so to say, and grab some of those because they do like the high proof whiskeys and bourbons that are available out on the market, where tequila before normally was 40%, which isn't as high as some of the bourbons and whiskeys out there that a lot of these guys are drinking. So now they're coming out with 110 proof, which is the highest you can go for tequila, and lower, like 108 or 104. There's a bunch of different ranges that they're going in. A lot of people are getting excited about it, which is great. It's bringing more people into the fold. And of course, I like it better when people really get a chance to play with Blancos because Blancos are fantastic. They're the heart and soul of a tequila line. And if you can't stand the Blanco, you shouldn't really be drinking the aged spirits. But aging is a great way of hiding mistakes. And so that's why a lot of the other brands will just release aged expressions because they don't have any confidence in their Blanco. Some other things that are happening coming down the pike. I got contacted by Santo Spirits. They make the Santo Fino line, or they have the Santo Fino line, which is Sammy Hagar's and Guy Fieri's tequila. They want to send me stuff and want me to be involved with their brand as far as just like going to events and reporting to you guys and stuff what's going on with it. And I said, sure, that's great. Send me some of your expressions for a review. I've previously reviewed the old Blanco and old Repo. I like them. They're good. I drink them. I enjoy them. And so I said, hey, look, I'd really be interested in getting Sammy and Guy for a live stream on my YouTube channel. I get a lot of people to come watch my YouTube channel. It'll give a chance too for a lot of tequila drinkers and aficionados to ask questions and stuff. And they said, well, the PR company's going to reach out to you. Let's make it happen. So we could have Sammy Hagar and Guy Fieri come on here, you guys, so you guys can ask questions. Of course, this, as well as the Curiosity Public, it's going to be limited to just members of the channel being able to ask questions. And this way I can control things a little better. And I know my members are good people. They're not going to be jerks on it. So members, of course, of the channel, people that have joined the channel and gotten a membership, those guys are going to be the only ones that are allowed to ask questions for Curiosity Public and stuff tomorrow, as well as any other reviews that we do. It's one of the perks I give for members of the channel is they're the only ones that get to ask the questions and talk with any of the producers and brand owners and anybody else that comes on. So that's going to be fun. It's going to be a blast. I look forward. I'd love to have a Guy Fieri and Sammy Hagar on. I had Alex Gonzalez on from Mana. He's a drummer from Mana, and we become kind of friends. I'm going to see him in December. So I'm going to take some pictures and maybe do some videos and stuff with them backstage. They invited me, and I'm getting some passes and stuff. My wife and I are going to go and see them and hang out with Alex afterwards and drink some of his Malavida tequila and catch up. So that's going to be fun. Looking forward to that. And I'll, of course, post pictures and videos and stuff on that. And then I'll tell you guys about it on the live stream. It should be a lot of fun. Other things that are happening. Well, we did the El Tesoro Knob Creek sale. It was limited just to the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective members. They were able to get theirs. So I just did the review on this. It's really good. I like it a lot. Nice barrel presence. And I think the rye adds a really nice spiciness to it. But not spicy like in hot, like in pepper. But more of a spicy like in... like spices spicy, not necessarily hot spicy. So I really like that. I've always been a big fan of rye. I used to make a really good rye wheat beer that won a lot of awards and stuff. I always love playing with rye because it really adds kind of an interesting flavor profile. I've never been one to really drink Knob Creek, so I'd never tasted it before, but I enjoyed it with the El Tesoro aged in those casks. What else is going on? I just got the 2 sample bottles for the special barrels, the selected barrel selects that I did with Casa San Matias of the San Matias Gran Reserva. These are now at 90 proof, where if you see the video on the channel here, they were 40%. So these are going to be 45%, the samples I got. And I just got to taste them and approve them. I may do that on Instagram, taste them and talk about them. But I was really impressed with them at 40, so I know I'm going to really love them at 45. So those came in this week. I've got some other brands that have contacted me too that are getting me bottles for reviews, and things are good here. Things are popping. The channel's growing, which is great. If talking about that, if you're new here to the channel, make sure you click the subscribe button and the notification bell next to it so you can come in and say hi and interact with me here on these live streams that I do, the Q&As with the Hombre, as well as when I have guests like tomorrow, Curiosity Public and stuff. And then also, don't forget to click the like. Give me a like here for spending my time here on a Thursday afternoon with you guys. Although I do love coming here and talking with you guys and catching up and seeing what's going on and hearing what you guys have to say as well. So let's not waste any more time. Let's check in with our subscribers. Some of the comments are starting to pop in now. The Hammer, Joseph the Hammer says, boom, boom, here we are. What's up? Jermaine, hey, what's up with you, buddy? I hope you and your family are well. Everybody here is great. Family's doing great. Thank you so much for thinking about them. I'm a family guy. All of you guys know that. My family is extremely important to me. But I also consider you guys part of my family too. So you guys are important as well. Yeah. Friday JR. Okay. What is that? I see you in the back getting your... Yes, I love dancing. The music's good. I mean, those aren't pop songs and stuff. Those are royalty-free music that I subscribe to a service for. But there's some of them are good. So I love music. I'm a big music person. And so when I do that dancing this year during the countdown, it kind of gets me fired up. Gets me ready for putting on a good Q&A for you guys. So yeah, TTXXCP Friday, the Tequila Hombre times the Curiosity Public Friday. Yes, November 10th at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 Eastern. Volume's better now. Okay, good. Hey, Hombre, happy Tequila Thursday to you too, Ruben. Bienvenido, welcome. Glad you could make it. Finally got my hands on Fortaleza Blanco still strength. Definitely preferred over the 80 proof Blanco. Yeah, the still strength is my favorite thing out of Fortaleza, but the prices that people are charging for it now, I wouldn't touch it. I think the Carrera is better, so I'll drink the Carrera over the Fortaleza any day. Matter of fact, I'm down to my last 2 bottles of the Carrera. I went through 2 cases of it so far, the Carrera 54. So I need to order some more. I'm going to get it in on the free shipping thing too. High proof does enhance the characteristics of tequila, in my opinion. That's great to hear. Yeah, high proof absolutely does. More as we say when I go to Mexico, and I look at some of my friends that are producing something, and I'll say to them, "Hey, are we gonna do a high proof on this?" And they go, oh, you think we should do a high proof? I'm like, absolutely. Yeah, this Blanco's great, but you should do a still strength with it. And one of the producers looked at me and she goes, ¿Por qué? Why should we do a still strength? And I looked at her and said, más sabor. And she went, yes, sí, más sabor, more flavor. And when the flavor is good at 40%, it's going to be phenomenal at 55%. So, Jermaine says, I got in on that deal. Oh, good for you. Good. Yeah, we're gonna do it indefinitely. So from now on, if you buy 2 bottles of Carrera 54, your shipping is basically discounted out, so you'll get free shipping on us, and that's until it's sold out. Once it's sold out, it's gone, and then it's done. So if you're somebody that likes it as much as I am, stock up, because it's dwindling. The supplies are dwindling, and once it's gone, it's gone. And we're kind of doing this too because I have another Blanco that's going to be coming in from Viva Mexico, and so we're trying to make room for the other stuff that we're going to bring in. But the Carrera 54 is definitely a gem, a once-in-a-lifetime kind of thing. They've been trying to reproduce it, but haven't had much luck yet. And so any batch that may come out in the future is not going to be as good as this, I am afraid. So this was like all the stars aligned, and it was like, oh, and then it was great. So what is that? Will you dye your facial hair blonde if... Oh, come on, Chris. Of course not. Come on. Having Sammy and Guy would be... Yeah, it would be great. I'd love to have those guys come on. It'd be really cool. So cool. Mana is my wife's favorite. Oh, Mana's great. And Alex, if you haven't seen I had him on for a Q&A with a happy hour with the Hombre. He came on and talked about Malavita. Great guy. I still chat with him every once in a while. We message each other and stuff. He's a really good guy, down to earth. And I've really enjoyed his tequila as well, and helping his brand. And so, yeah, it's going to be fun seeing him again, because we talked about hanging out in Guadalajara. But last time I was in Guadalajara, he was in Texas. They were doing a concert out there. Hey, what's up, Tequila? Hey, what's up, Jan? Bienvenido, welcome. El México. Hola. ¿Cómo está? Bienvenido, welcome. Hey, Be Happy's back. Hola, Be Happy. Bienvenido, welcome. Glad you can make it. Hey, Hombre, do you ever plan on launching your own tequila? No, I don't plan on launching my own tequila. I like to keep it where I'm not biased or connected to a brand. What I'd rather do is work with brands to do special editions and special releases, and do that instead. And that way I can work with a bunch of different brands. It leaves it so I'm not biased. I'm not, people aren't saying, oh, you're just saying that because you own the brand. I want to keep it where I can just get stuff that I like, do projects. If they come out great, then we can, bring those in, type of thing, to help some of the producers and some of the brands out there. And I've got a lot of brands that are interested in doing stuff. So we're going to have some interesting projects coming up next year, I'm sure. And then I have the Viva Mexico Blanco, which is going to be coming in. I'm hoping by Christmas, but I doubt it now. Things are kind of been slow on it. So maybe early next year we'll get that in. I know it's already been bottled, so it's just a matter of getting it imported into the U.S. But that's going to be phenomenal too. That's a really good Blanco, and I've got a bottle of it. I've showed you guys in the last couple of feeds on it. Yeah, here it is. I've got a bottle of it that I'm waiting to crack open until I know it's coming, and then I'll do a review on it or whatever and talk about it. But this is see, it says Client Tequila Hombre on it. Can you see that? These lights are kind of bright, especially with white labels. It's a 100% or 46% alcohol. That's what it is. It says, yeah, Blanco 100%, Agave 46. So it's going to be 90 proof. And and it's been sitting. It was made actually like 2 years ago, and it's been sitting in a tank, just kind of melding and marrying and stuff for 2 years. And when I went up and tried it a couple of months ago, and it was even better than before. So this is going to be a really nice Blanco, really a Blanco lover's Blanco. So I can't wait for some of you guys to try it and see what you think. So let me see. If you could please do a video on a must-have starter collection that you know or think will double in price. Oh, you're looking for a tequila investors video? So you're looking for something that you can collect and then sell and try to make money on it? Well, let me give you a little tip on that, okay? Tequila is not a good investment. It's good to drink and enjoy, but as far as buying it to make money, it's not a good investment. And the reason why is because you have to find a buyer, first of all, and then you're not licensed to sell alcohol. So really what you're doing is illegal. So don't look at tequila as being an investment. Look at it as being a beverage that you drink to be happy and have fun and celebrate. And if you do that, you'll be in better shape than trying to do an investment type of thing. So I don't buy all of my bottles. None of them I don't plan on reselling for investment. And some of them, I'm sure, if I wanted to jump into the illegal gray market thing and sell bottles, I could. But that's not my thing. I'm not about that. I'm more about drinking it and sharing it with friends, because I think having good friends, having people that appreciate what you do and stuff, and being able to spend time with good friends is far more worth more than any money I could make off of selling bottles. So I'd rather just give away to friends, give away to people like you. Some of you have gotten the sample bottles and stuff that I sent out just because I wanted to share stuff with you. I have some guys that are members on Discord. I'm thinking about doing this program again. There's what I call Maestro members on Discord. I kind of stopped the program when we had like 5 members because I just wanted to experiment with it. But what happens is every month I send them sample bottles of stuff that I get in, that I do reviews of, or new stuff that's coming out that I get. They get sample bottles to try it. And so I was thinking of doing another membership option like that, where we'll do sample bottles, and and every month a group of these members will get samples. And then what I was thinking of doing is we can bring everybody together, and then now that I can bring more than one guest onto my software here, we can do a round table or like a mastermind with them, where we can sip them and talk about them, talk about our feelings, or discuss what we think on them, and do like a once a month type of thing. So I'm thinking about how the logistics of that would work and what we could do. But if you think that sounds like something interesting, let me know, and maybe that's something I'll put together. And I may cap it off to like maybe 10 members or something like that that do this, because you guys don't understand, when we send out sample bottles and stuff, it's expensive to ship stuff. It's not cheap. And then we have to buy the bottles and then do the labeling and send it out with a box and packaging and stuff. So it gets to be a little pricey. So the membership would have to be enough to cover those costs. And then we could hang out and do like a mastermind fun thing where we're tasting new stuff that's coming out and stuff that I get from some of the brands that send me things. And then I can even talk to some of the brands about swag too, so we can send swag out to the members and do stuff like that. If that sounds like something of interest to you, let me know, and maybe I'll try to work on putting something together and think of the logistics on doing something like that. Got a question, that TBAC Repo from El Tesoro on Ferment and Still. Did you do a review on that? I'm going to try that out. Yes, I did. It's reviewed. It's on the channel. You'll see it says El Tesoro Single Barrel Repo on the channel. And I talked about that particular, what happened originally, and I still have, this is the original bottle I had from our selection for the Single Barrel Repo from El Tesoro. Can I get it in closer so you can see it? It's all these lights here. There you go. So this is the original sample bottle that I got for the original barrel that we did. But what happened is I got a notice from Beam Suntory saying, oh, hey, there was a little accident at the distillery and like 3 barrels were destroyed and one of them was yours. So what we decided to do is we talked to Carlos about it, and what we're going to do is he's going to pull 3 barrels out of his private reserve. And are you okay with just getting a one of the barrels from Carlos's private reserve? And I said, yeah. So Carlos actually picked our barrel for us, and I think it's really good. It's different. It's definitely got a nice bourbon note to it. Very easy to drink. It's very flavorful. I don't have any problems with it. I love it. So if you haven't tried it yet, pick up a bottle by all means. I've already drank like 4 bottles and I've got like 2 left, so I need to order some more before it's all gone. But it will sell out. And then we have the Lafroig single barrel, and I know El Tesoro came out with the new Lafroig Añejo, which what they did is they the first time, because they didn't want the Lafroig to overpower everything with the peatiness and stuff, they just rested it for a few months in the barrel after it was done aging in a Jim Beam barrel. And so what they did this time is they just filled it with Blanco and let it go, since a lot of the Lafroig flavor and stuff was gone from doing the other batches in it. And so I'm afraid there's probably not going to be a whole lot of Lafroig flavor notes in it, but it's probably going to have some nice barrel notes in it. So, but we didn't order a lot of that because we still have the single barrel, which I think the single barrel that we got is probably one of the best Lafroig single barrel El Tesoros that I've tasted. I've gotten some from Total Wine. I've gotten some from Old Town. I've gotten some from other stores. And I found that ours was a better balance of Lafroig, where it wasn't so bitter and peaty from the Lafroig, but it was a nice blend of barrel notes as well as of agave and stuff from the El Tesoro. So I like our single barrel Lafroig, and we still have some of that left as well. So it would be good. Okay, where were we? Okay, so the Maestro program sounds okay. All right. You guys are interested in it? Okay, sounds awesome. Okay, Travis is in. I'd be down. Okay, cool. Your favorite mezcal? Oh, I don't have a favorite. I've got a bunch that I like. It all depends on what kind of agave species you were looking at. But I've got a whole thing full of mezcals. There's a bunch that I really like. I don't really have a favorite. Travis, you'll come. Well, I'll just have you over, and we'll just you just can come in and raid the Hombre Cave, Travis. All right, you can just come in and we'll sit down and have some tequila and maybe have a cigar or two or something to hang out. What is that? What do you think? Sound good? To be part of the Maestro program, you just come pick up your samples too. You don't live too far away from here. Miguel says you'd be interested. Okay, awesome. You try your Tapatio aging project. I'm thinking and doing one. I tried it and I'm letting it sit. It's gonna rest for a little longer. It's really good as it is, but I think it's just gonna get better if I let it sit. So sometimes here with these aging projects, the key is if you try to drink it immediately after aging it, what you're going to find is that the wood's strong and you're going to go, okay, it's over oaked. I'm not happy with this. Don't do that. Don't get all excited and stuff. Just try it and say, okay, the wood may be strong. Put the cap on it. Set that puppy down and forget about it. So that's why I do multiple aging projects, right? I got all kinds of aging projects going. This is the Lagrimas, because I didn't like sipping this thing as a Blanco, so I put a stave in it to make it so I'm going to like it better. This one's aging. I've got a bunch of stuff that I've aged that's just now sitting and resting. And you let it, and I find like the key is like 4 weeks. I like 4 weeks. Don't touch it for 4 weeks. After you initially try it, put the cap on it and let it go for 4 weeks or so. And then try it again. And then if you still is like, okay, let it go some more. Because the longer you wait, the better it gets. Like my Fortaleza, I sent one of my members a a sample of that. It's around here somewhere. I just had it out not too long ago. Just look for the pina. Where's the pina? Ah, here it is. All right, so this was done in May of last year. Okay, so it's been in the bottle for over a year. It is now one of the best extra añejo type of tequilas I have ever had. It's so good. So, but what I like to let it do is I like to let it go long. I like to let it go 6 to 8 weeks and then pull the stave out and then just let it sit. And I swear, if you're somebody that likes extra añejos and añejos, it will turn out so amazing with the flavors that you get from the Beyond Barrel aging staves that you'll just go crazy. And I know Jan just did that today where he's like, he just revisited it. March, he thought it was too strong. He set it aside and kind of forgot about it. He just found it again to visit it. And he's like, wow. Yeah. Once you give it a chance to kind of marry and settle, and you have to be patient. So the one thing I recommend doing is like, look, buy a bunch of the Beyond Barrel aging staves. Don't just buy one because you're going to want to drink it after you're done aging it. Buy a few, buy a pack, buy like 10 of them. Okay. When I get them in a pack. I get a bunch of them. And then I'll just get multiple projects going. And so what I recommend doing, like, grab a bottle of like, if you want to try the Carrera 54 and age that, that's phenomenal aged. It's so good. Get a couple bottles of the Carrera 54, get some of the El Velo, which is a really good budget tequila, even the Trader Joe's Blanco for $19.99, and get a bunch of different bottles and then just try different projects. You can soak them in bourbon, you can soak them in rum, you can soak them in wine. You can soak them in a bunch of stuff to season them if you want, but drop them in the barrels and get them going. And then what I like to do is space them out. So like 1 week I'll do El Velo and I'll let that go for a couple weeks. And then I'll do another one where I'll put in a stave into Carrera 54 that I like soaked in port or something like that. And then I let that go. And then I'll go back and then I have multiple different choices to play with. And so then I can, focus on one that's like ready and good, while the other ones kind of sit and marry after I pull the staves out. And that way you have time. You're not impatient. You're not like trying to dive into it too quick. You have time to let things marry and just do it that way. So one of the things I've been thinking about doing, and I'm probably going to do that too, is I'm going to create a new series here on YouTube for home aging tequila. So I'm going to do a series on home aging tequila. Of course, I'm going to feature the Beyond Barrel aging staves because for me, those are the best aging staves that there are. I've got a whole full closet full of these little dominoes that I made from wine barrel staves that I ordered the wood from a wine barrel supplier. Those were good too, but they're not nearly as good as the Beyond Barrel aging staves. So I'm going to do an aging series here, where we're going to do a bunch of different aging projects, and then I'll come back and taste them on the series and stuff so you guys can see how they're working out. And if you guys want, we can even do group projects where we say, hey, everybody grab a bottle of El Velo. You can order it off of Ferment and Still or order it from wherever. You get it in a liter bottle. It's 20-something bucks. And let's do a project together, and then we can all like compare notes and stuff on it if you want to do some aging projects together. So I'll be getting to the Tapatio aging projects, but I'm going to let it sit and marry and get beautiful, and then we'll be in good shape. So that'll be good. That would be awesome. Okay, cool. What were we just talking about, chat? I don't know what you got. So it's a good price too. I'll most definitely get a few. Okay, awesome. Yes, definitely do. Question: your top 5 tequilas that you've given 5 agave and the best liquor stores in your opinion for tequila. I'm in Cali. Well, the best liquor stores is Ferment and Still. That's where I order everything from. I order everything from Ferment and Still. That's the best liquor store. It's easy because you don't have to go anywhere. And it comes to you next day in California pretty much. So once it ships, it shows up at your doorstep. and it's got the best selection. There's no bad tequilas on there, no additive tequilas, no diffused tequilas. It's all the best stuff. And then you also we have a rewards program where you get rewards for the more you buy, and so then you get money off. And then we're running specials, like if you get to 2 Carrera high proof Blancos right now, your shipping's free, and all kinds of things. So that's my favorite. So my favorite store. I order everything from Ferment and Still now, and it comes. I'm in Riverside. They ship out of San Diego, so I get it like next day. Sounds great. Okay, cool. Finally got to try my Ocho Blanco Widow Jane aging project. It turned out great. Aged for 5 weeks, rested for 3 weeks. Can't wait to try it again after a few months. There you go. Yeah, let it sit. Let it sit, because it gets better. It will get better. Which stave is in that one? In the Lagrimas, it's a French oak stave. It's French oak in that one, in the Lagrimas. I think it was French oak. I wrote it on the bottle. I have a stack of the cards that Chris normally sends, but I don't know where I put them. Yeah, it's French oak. French oak and the Lagrimas. French oak number 3 toast. Those are the ones I like the most. I've got some of the lighter toast ones I'm going to try out and see what I think about those. I found one that actually aged for 3 years. The American White Oak. It's amazing, but it can't even tell if it was originally tequila or oh, there you go. It turned into more of like a bourbon, it looks like, huh? Have you aged at Costco tequila yet? No, I haven't with the Beyond Barrel aging staves. I tried to do a Costco one with the wooden dominoes and stuff, but I didn't like the way it turned out. So I can try that with an aging stave. But we'll see. I don't know. Chris is the man. He got really good. Okay. That's TMI, man. I don't need to know about Chris's wood. TMI. Where do a brand like Lalo or Cascana source their agave? They source them from local farmers. That's where they get them from. You can source agave from. Cascana sources them from the Valle, so they have a guy that goes around to different farms looking for agave to buy. So that's the way they do it. Love Aging Project sounds like a fun group. Yeah, it should be fun. So we'll do a group project. I'll do the new series, aging series here. I'll get it going here in probably a week or two. Did a Trace Agave's winter blend. Did the AO for the American Oak for 3 weeks. I now have French Oak. Both was seasoned with Woodford Reserve. It tasted. Oh, there you go. That sounds like a great project. Sounds like it'd be tasty. So good job on that. I was talking about the Maestro Pro. Oh, okay. But you're also talking about Chris's wood, so you can just leave that there. The Fortaleza. Oh, the Fortaleza was French oak. Oh, it's right here. I dropped it in on 5/30/22, and I pulled it out on 11/30/22. Was that? No, it's not right. That says. I can't read what I wrote. 7/30/22. There was another line on the label that got in the way. It's a 7. It's not an 11. 7/30/22. So it went for 2 months. It went for 8 weeks. It turned out great. Have you ever considered doing a meetup? Absolutely, yeah. I'm probably gonna put together some meetups here in Riverside. I'm trying to find a restaurant that will host us, and then what I'll do is I can talk to some brands about bringing some stuff by for us to taste and stuff, and then talk to the restaurant too about bringing some better tequilas in. So yeah, so keep your eyes open. I probably would post the meetup stuff on Instagram, or maybe talk about it here on YouTube. But I'd definitely be interested in doing something like that. can you sell me all of your Fortaleza? No, I can't. It's against the law for me to sell alcohol. And I don't do anything that is illegal, period, because I don't, I've got too much exposure. So, no. But if you want to come over, you can drink as much of it as you want. It's like, okay, I'll be there tomorrow. Thoughts on the new GMO yeast being used to make new flavors in tequila? I think Alma de Jaguar or Calle 23 are using GMO. I forgot. I don't know. There's so many different genetic yeast and stuff, things they're doing to yeast. Whatever they want to do. Yeast is cool. I mean, there's a bunch of different yeast things, profiles that they can use to do all kinds of stuff with it. So I don't have any problems with using all kinds of yeast. And I don't, it doesn't bother me. Because all the yeast stays in the still anyways. It's just the work that the yeast does. So you don't eat the yeast. Because if you've ever been a home brewer and you ever consumed a young beer and gone through the experience you get of consuming yeast like that, just let me tell you, it's an interesting experience, and it's really bad for anybody that lives with you. Especially your wife, your spouse, your husband, or whatever. If whoever your significant other will not like it when you're drinking young beer. And so it's like a couple of times I've tasted beers that were just coming out of the fermenter to see how things were going, and I paid for it and my wife paid for it. It sounded like a marching band. It was so bad. So that was definitely an interesting experience. How's the Suerte still strength? I don't know. When we get here in California, I'm gonna order a bottle and do a review. So stay tuned. We're supposed to have it here next week, I think. So once it shows up, I will order a bottle through Ferment and Still and do a review and let you guys know. So, but I still have Pasote still strength to do. I have the Volans to do still, and I've been trying to catch up on a lot of the reviews. So I have some really good stuff to review for you guys. Even the Don Fulano 20th, I got that to review. I got a bunch of stuff, so I'm going to try to crank out a lot more reviews now. I've been just really busy with family things, but now things are settled down that golf season is over, and I can get more tequila stuff done instead of taking care of and supporting my daughter on her sporting adventures. So that should be good. Do you recommend anything from Herradura? They used to be great. No, I don't. I don't drink any Herradura. They used to be great until Brown Foreman bought them, and then they kind of ruined things. So I don't do anything with a Herradura. You think you might be able to that meetup, put it together by the beginning of next year? Trying to peg you. I don't know. I need to figure out the logistics on it. I know Jan said you were interested. I don't know if you'd want to fly down from New Jersey for a meetup. I mean, maybe I'll do like a Tequila Hombre. I'll tell you what, I've been asked, and I've been working with a guy and trying to do a tequila festival out here in the Inland Empire. So I work with him on doing that. What I'll do is I'll do a meetup there, so everyone coming in will come in for the tequila festival, and then we'll do an hombre meetup as one of the nights of the tequila festival, or like the day of the tequila festival or something, where we all get together, or I'll be at a booth and stuff, and so you guys can come out. We can all sit around and talk and sip, and then if any of you are my haters, you can call me names and tell me I'm a fake and all that other stuff. I don't care. I'm self-deprecating. I'll sit there and probably, yeah, okay, you got me. It's cool. I don't care. So, yeah, I'll work on trying to do something. Where are you located? Who was that? Fish Sun Limit 21? Where are you? Are you located here in Southern California? Any idea on Carrera X? I don't know when it's going to come in yet. I know they were still in the barrels when I was there. I got to taste it. They wanted to wait for my approval. And then when I got the approval, when I gave them the approval, they said it was going to go into bottling. So normally they'll let me know, but I haven't heard anything. I can reach out and find out when the extra Neo is going to be hitting. They asked if we wanted an exclusive for ferment and still, and so I said, sure, yeah, we can do that. So when it comes in, hopefully, we'll get an exclusive on it for a while. So any of you that are my, ferment and still customers, with which I want to say thank you for supporting that. I appreciate it. And my partners are happy that we've gotten really good community of really good aficionados and stuff that purchase from the store. And if you've ever worked with them too, we have a really good customer service guy, actually a couple of them that alternate, and they do a really fantastic job of responding to any issues and stuff and getting them taken care of. And so that's one of the things I think is missing in a lot of the online stores and stuff, is just really good customer service. And so things have been going really great, and so they're really happy, which is good. I love it when my partners are happy, and so we're going to try to bring more stuff in that's great for the aficionados and stuff that support the store. So you're a walking encyclopedia. Well, I just, not really an encyclopedia. I just know a lot of people that get me a lot of good information. That's all. And I'm good at connecting with people and building connections. I've always been really good at networking and stuff. And so I've got a lot of really great producers and stuff. And then people reach out to me too, because, let's talk about that for a little bit. A lot of people always think like the worst of me, like he's just doing it because he can do this or he can do that, or he's doing it because he can make money. And the reason why I do what I do, and the reason why a lot of the producers and master distillers and stuff love me so much, is because I'm all about giving. I'm all about giving. So like when I worked with Carrera to do the 54 that I love so much, and I know I talk about it a lot, people are, you're just selling it because, you're trying to make money on it. No, the reason why I did that with them is because they said to me, hey, we appreciate you supporting the brand. When I did the review originally of the Carrera regular Blanco, the Repo, and the Neo, they said, we want to do something special for you. And I'm like, oh, well, thank you. That's awesome. Let's do a special project then. And they said, okay, what do you want to do? And I said, how about a still strength Blanco? And they said, all right, we'll discuss that. And then they came back and said, okay, we want to do it, but we want you to come out and help us with it and come up with a flavor profile. So I went out and paid for it myself, right? I paid for the trip myself. I used my own money to fly out there and get a hotel room. And then they would pick me up, because I don't drive when I go to Mexico, because driving there is just absolutely bonkers. It's crazy. People are crazy the way they drive in Mexico. So they picked me up, and then I spent like 3 or 4 days with them, doing things, working on things with them. And then I flew back out again to try it after things were done, and I really liked it. And I said, this is really, really good. So good that to support the brand and help you guys out for doing this and say thank you, we're going to buy the whole batch. So that way it doesn't sit at the distributor waiting for stores to buy it. The distributor doesn't have to worry about trying to sell it. Instead, we'll take the whole batch, and then I'll work on letting people know about it and getting it out to people, since I have a pretty good audience. And they went, well, thank you. We appreciate that. I go, no, thank you. I appreciate you guys doing this with me, and I appreciate you making great tequila and allowing me to share your brand with everybody. And they said, well, we'd like to honor you by doing a neck tag. Do you mind if we do that? And I said, no, absolutely not. Go ahead. I appreciate that. Thank you. And so they said, well, what do you want on it? And so I just put a logo, but also put on there that you're not paying me anything for this. I'm not making any money. So they did that too. So if you look at the neck tag, it says on there, he did not receive any monetary compensation for anything. So I give, okay? I give a lot. And a lot of you that have been with me for a while know I do a lot of things to try to get these brands into your hands and to help you guys out as well, and connect you with things, connect you with people. I do that with the master distillers too. Felipe Camarena, I helped with G4 a long time ago. They called me in a bind once and said, hey, we need somebody to go talk about our tequila and pour it up in Mammoth at a margarita festival. Would you mind doing this for me? And I said, no. So I drove 5 hours up to Mammoth, and I spent a couple of days up there, did the margarita festival, and then drove 5 hours back home. And then I said, hey, we have another margarita festival up at Avia Beach, which is up by Pismo Beach. And they said, do you want to do that? And I said, sure. So I jumped in the car, drove another 5 miles up there, and did that tequila festival for them, and came back and helped the brand out. And then we did the first 2 barrels of 5-year extra añejo for G4. We were the first in the country to bring the 108 proof in, and I got that spread out and got people talking about that. All this stuff we did without charging them or making them pay for anything. And all my reviews I don't charge people anything. I don't charge them money. I do it to help them. I do it to help them because, they don't have big budgets and stuff. And if I can help people get exposure to this stuff and try it, then it's great for them. And it's great for me too, because people come back and they go, hey, Hombre, you recommended this. You're right. I love it. It's great. And so that's where I get my fulfillment from, and so that's the way I started. And so a lot of the brands and master distillers, it's like as soon as I land in Mexico, when I go on a trip and I post, hey, take a picture of me in Guadalajara or something, my phone will light up from master distillers and say, you need to come to our distillery. And so I try to get everybody scheduled in so I can go visit and meet everybody. And then they become friends. We become friends. And so I now have them as contacts on my phone. So if something comes up about a brand they make, I can just shoot them a quick DM and say, hey, can you tell me about this brand? Is this true? Is this what's going on? And they'll respond back and say, no, this is what it is, and blah, blah, blah. And sometimes I need to use Google Translate because I do try to speak a little Spanish. But sometimes I need to use the Google Translate to understand them, and we go back and forth and stuff. So I've got a really lot of good friendships with the master distillers and the brand owners and stuff in Mexico, and I really try to support them any way I can by doing free things for them. I don't charge them for it. I don't believe in that. And I believe, I'm a firm believer that the more you give, right? The more you do, the more you give, the more you get back in return, right? The more so, you guys, I try to give you guys and get you guys as much stuff as possible and get you access to things and stuff. And in return, you guys subscribed as members on the channel and support me that way, or become members of the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective, which is not only a community, but then I give you get access to allocated special bottles that I'd rather have you guys get than some of the other people that are just going to hoard it and resell it and stuff. And so then you also get the special buys and stuff that I do with the barrels that I select. And when I select the barrels, I try to pick the best possible barrels. If they present me with barrels and none of them suit my taste, and none of them I would stand behind, we don't buy the barrels. So it's not like they say, hey, we're going to send you a barrel, you just sell it to your guys and sell as much as you want, and whatever. No, it's like I go and I'll sit there and hand taste them, hand pick them, select them, and if I don't like them, I'm like, no, we'll come back another time when you have some better options than this. And sometimes they'll come up with better options, and I'll go back again and we'll find something. But most of the time, I've always been able to find something where I go, okay, this one's really good. Because a lot of times they know in advance what I'm like and how picky I am, and how I like to taste things, and they'll find ones that they know that will be suitable for what I'm looking for. So I do this all to help people. I do this all to help the master distiller, to help the brands, and to help you guys. That's what I do it. And so, it really flatters me and honors me when you guys give back by supporting the channel through being a subscriber or being a member of the channel or a member of the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective. And I make the promise to you, and I pretty much stand firm with this, and I think everybody here will let you know, that the ones that have been with me for a while and have been members of the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective, as well as on YouTube, that when I say I am going to work to bring you guys great things and stuff, I deliver. I I don't make promises I can't deliver. And when I do make a promise, I fight tooth and nail to make sure that I can deliver to you. And that's the kind of person I am. I don't rip people off. I don't lie about things. I don't do things to just make money. If I didn't like the Carrera 54, we would have never bought the whole thing. And so when I say I love it, it's my favorite. It truly is. And a lot of you have been able to sample it and experience it for yourself, and have loved it. So that kind of sums up the kind of person I am. For some of you that are new, I know a lot of you, some of you are members and stuff and know this stuff about me already. But for those of you that are new, that's the kind of person I am. So I do these reviews to let you know about what my personal preferences are. I'll give you the flavor notes. Some of them I may not like. And just because I don't like it doesn't mean you have a bad palate and that you don't know what you're talking about. It just means we have different tastes. Hey, thank you, Be Happy, for becoming a member. Thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate that. Thank you. So it doesn't mean you have a bad palate. It doesn't mean that you don't know what you're talking about. It just means we have different tastes, which is perfectly fine. Okay, so it's all good. Don't worry about it. We're not going to agree on everything all the time, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay. But I just do these reviews so you can get an idea of what it is before you buy it and what it's like. I've had some people that stuff that I didn't like that other people love, and that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. We all have different tastes. So, okay, so I'll get off my soapbox. You're in SoCal in the Valley. Okay, the Valley. I'm in Riverside, so we're a little ways away. It'd be probably good. Well, if you're in the Valley, you're like Encino in that area out there. Probably it's probably 2.5 hour drive for you down to here to Riverside. So, can your palate detective tequila is using immature, unripe agave, or is it just sugars converting to alcohol? Yes, people raise this question about unripe agave and using unripe agave. It's just the amount of sugars that are present. People are upset because they're not letting it go to full term. When they use unripe agave, they used to use, they don't do it anymore. Even a lot of diffuser companies are using 7-8-year-old agave because there's plenty of agave now. They're not pulling 3-year-old agave and stuff out anymore. But what happens is you just have to use more. When you use younger agave, there's less sugars in it, so you just have to use more. It's not that it's going to be bad. It's just, because what happens is when it, and I wouldn't say ripe because agaves don't ripe, they mature. And what happens when they mature is all the sugar, all the starches really start collecting in the ball and start being used for reproduction. So what happens is they'll shoot a quiote out in the middle of the agave, and it uses all of those sugars in the piña to support that growth of the quiote that grows out of it. And the quiotes sometimes will grow 12, 15, 20 feet high, and then they produce seeds. And then from the seeds, they'll drop on the ground and hopefully grow more agave. So when people say ripe, I think they mean mature. And those are the ones that are just ready for when they're about ready to go to quiote. And that's when the most amount of sugars and stuff are going to be in the piña ball. But you can take an agave out of the ground at 3 years and still have sugar in there. You just can need more of them to hit the bricks that you're looking for, the sugar level in the mosto. So a lot of times they'll take samples of it and run it through a I'm drawing a blank on the name of it right now. Refractometer, sorry, which is a little device that you put it up to your eye and the sun reflects into it, and it'll tell you how much sugars are in it, and they can tell you the bricks level of that agave through the refractometer, through the sample that they do. And so, depending on the bricks level, how much sugars are in it, will decide on whether they're going to use it or how many other agave they're going to need to get their mosto to the proper bricks level to create the tequila batch that they need and be able to get it at the ABV that they're looking for and get a significant yield from it. Does that make sense? Thoughts on Patron Sherry Cask? I love it, actually. LOL. Well, if you love it, that's all that matters. I don't think I've had it yet, so I haven't had it. I need to get a bottle. But we can do that. Excited this Friday. Yeah, tomorrow's episode with Curiosity Public is going to be a lot of fun. Thanks to EBA 101 for showing up. Bienvenido, welcome. 54 is a bomb and best way. 7 bottles. Myself, family, and friends always want more. Hopefully it does run out. I got the tags for my bottles too. I appreciate your knowledge and respect your feedback. Well, thank you so much, Leo. I appreciate that. And I'm glad that you like the 54 high proof Blanco. I love it too. It is my favorite, and when it's gone, I'm going to be sad. I love the whole Tapatio line, and Tapatio is a great line. Absolutely nothing wrong with Tapatio at all. You're a good, amazing guy, hombre. Thanks. Oh, thank you so much, Jermaine. I appreciate your support. You're an amazing guy too. You're always commenting and stuff, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate you supporting the channel. And I'm glad that you're part of this Tequila Hombre community. Thank you. That's being called an honorable man. Respect. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Whenever someone really wants to learn more about tequila, California. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for supporting the channel. Whenever somebody really wants to learn more about tequila, I always refer them to Tequila Hombre. Trust Mark's opinion always. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. That means a lot to me. It really does. I may actually start crying here if you guys don't stop this. Here in Mexico, I can get Carrera Añejo for a great price. I'd like to try it. Any thoughts? Yeah, Carrera Añejo was great. If you watch my original review that I did, the Añejo was my favorite expression out of the regular line. Excuse me. The Santa Ana winds are blowing here, and my allergies have been going crazy. Out of the whole line, the Añejo was my favorite. But now that they asked me, they said, "Hey, we did the still strength for you. We need Blanco. Do you mind if we dilute down your Blanco to make the 80 proof 40% Blanco?" I said, "No, go ahead." So if you try the 40% Blanco now, if it's above a CTB 045, then it's the new flavor profile using the still strength Blanco. I don't think they've done another batch yet. They might have. I don't know. That didn't use the still strength, but the chances are you're going to be getting the still strength flavor profile right now. So, but I appreciate you sending people this. It's great. And the Carrera is the Añejo is good. Hey, GPX stream, good to see you again. I haven't caught a live episode in a while, but I'll watch. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for supporting the channel, and I'm glad you were able to make this live stream. Bienvenido, welcome. Love having you. We'll take the drive, not a problem. Okay, there you go. I live in Burbank. Oh, Burbank, okay. My sister used to live in Riverside, Mentone, and Redlands. Oh, okay, very good. There you go. Okay, well, we'll do a meetup, and then I'll announce it here on the channel so you can be in the mix. Or if you watch Instagram, maybe we'll do it on Instagram. Thank you so much for the super chat, California. I appreciate it. Santa Ana's were crazy over here too. It was over the top last night. Yeah, last night it was crazy, blowing crazy. It's still a little crazy out here in the Inland Empire right now, but it's supposed to die down later tonight. So. Hopefully, Santa Ana's were bananas. Yeah. Yeah. So it always wreaks havoc on my allergies. So I apologize if I need, excuse me, if I need to take a break. All right. You guys, don't forget to give me a like for coming here and sharing all this information with you guys. and talking with you. And if I could give you all likes, I would. If I could go click the thumbs up on all of you guys, I definitely would. You're all awesome, and I appreciate you being here and supporting the channel. So we have 34 people watching right now, and only 22 have clicked the like. So we're missing 12 other people here that can click the like button and give me some help here and support the channel, support what I do. So don't forget, tomorrow we do have a Curiosity Public. I'm really excited about that. They're gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna have a blast together, I'm sure. I love doing these blinds. I've been doing them now for a couple weeks now. Jan was on one of my blinds. He had fun participating. Travis has been on a couple of them, and a couple of the guys have been involved in them, and they're a lot of fun. So I look forward to doing more, and we're going to do more with the members. And now that I've got this software here dialed in where I can bring in more guests, we're probably going to do the lives, the blinds here on the channel now instead of on Instagram, which should make things a little better for some people and allow more people to watch too, because Instagram gets all wonky when it gets to a certain amount of people watching. But this way, we can do it as a regular live stream. I'm going to be working too on bringing some brands on here on YouTube as well, doing some interviews, some I don't know if I'll call it happy hour with the hombre, maybe not, but we'll do more interviews where members of the channel will be able to ask questions and stuff. So look for those coming up. I'm going to bring some producers on, some other people. If you guys don't know, like previously I've had Felipe on once, Carlos Camarena was on twice. I had Sergio Cruz on with Cesar Vivanco on one episode. I had Cascanas on. I had what other brands did I have on? I had Lalo on. Lalo's was a good one, but he promised us a still strength Blanco, but now he's not doing it for us. It's like, come on, man, come on, I waited all this time. So hey Scott, thanks Mark, always respect your opinion. Carrera is now widely available in Puerto Vallarta, including the still strength for great price. Yeah, it's been in Mexico. It was in Mexico before. They sold some to a couple of the high end the boutique bottle stores, but that's it. It's not widely available, but there's a few boutique bottle stores like El Bujo has it. They saved some cases and gave them to there, but it may not, if they're I don't know if they're pushing a new batch or something, because they did tell me that they had another batch that they tried, but it didn't turn out good. So I wouldn't trust that it's the same stuff as what we have. Our batch is special, so if it fits with the same batch number, then you're good. If not, then but they said they sold a few some cases to some of the boutique bottle stores. So, and then they said that also the neck tags are on those as well too. So we'll see. I know El Bujo has it. I know some places at Puerto Vallarta has it. And there was, like he said, like 3 or 4 boutique stores. That's it. So it's not widely. Carrera is widely available, but not the still strength. Only select stores. But we have it for a great price on Ferment and Still as well, so you can get it there. And this one, I know it's a good batch. I don't know what they're doing, what they're sending out to Mexico anymore these days, or if it's still the same stuff or not. I don't know. I'd have to find out. I'll have to message him and ask. So, any other additional questions? Oof. Oh, there you go. More likes there. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for the likes. I appreciate that. So don't forget, tomorrow, 7 p.m., Curiosity Public's going to be here for the blind añejo tasting. For those of you that weren't here when I showed before, this is what they got. Come on. Focus. There you go. Añejo 1. Añejo 2. Añejo 3. and Añejo 4. So that's what they got in their kit. And there's 3 bottles of each, one for each of them. And it's going to be fun. So you can't wait to go to El Bujo. El Bujo is a neat store. They do a great job. They have good stuff there. I go there all the time. David Ravandi one. Yeah, David Ravandi, he's been on too, I think a couple times, right? Yeah, it was a great interview. He's a good interview. He gives a lot of information. He's a very knowledgeable guy. Yeah, I'm honored to have him as a friend as well. You'd like to see me do a blind tasting? I can arrange that. I need to try to arrange doing that when my wife can come up here and grab some stuff to pour for me. So I don't know what they have. I can't see it. I can do that. Or what we can do is, do a meetup, and then we'll just do an overall blind where we're all blind on it, and then see what we get. Going to Old Town San Diego this Sunday for my anniversary, eating at El Agave above Old Town Tequila. Oh, great. Awesome. Old Town Tequila, everyone thinks it's like this mecca of tequila. It's really not that impressive of a store. I wasn't impressed when I went there. I actually think High Times in Costa Mesa is actually a better retail location than Old Town. Old Town just looks like an old liquor store. I think most of the stuff they carry, they don't even have it in the store there. It's like somewhere else in a different warehouse. But up above it, El Agave, there's like a tequila museum up there where they have a lot of old bottles and stuff that's, really nice. So that place is great upstairs. I hope you enjoy it. It's really cool. The selection of all the different, they have stuff like really old bottles too, which is really cool. The El Agave is so good. Yeah, it's good. Thoughts on the Artenom 1146? I'm getting it tomorrow. It's great. It's great. It's a really nice añejo. I love it. It's good. I don't get much agave from it, but as far as like all the other stuff that's mixed in it, it's good. Enrique Fonseca doesn't do a bad job on anything he does. Everything he does is really good. So I have a couple bottles of the 1146 Artenom. And Jake Lustig, the guy that owns Artenom Selección brand, he really knows what he's talking about. I did a review with him too. If you haven't seen the review with Jake Lustig, it was a really good review. We had a lot of fun. And then also Tony Saez from El Tequilano, he's been on with me too. He's a good friend of mine. He was on a Happy Hour with the Hombre as well. Really nice guy. And then we did a review with Tony when I was in Tequila. They had just launched the Cristalino, and I did a review with him up on the roof where of his hotel, of Casa Saez Hotel. So you can see the tequila volcano and stuff behind us, and he actually tried to steal some of my lines because he watches my videos, so he knew what I said. And the fun thing is my cameraman, the guy that was videoing me on that review, was actually John Paul from Cascanas. He was my cameraman. And then another Cascanas guy was my other camera guy. So they helped in producing that Cristalino review video up on the roof with Tony Saez. We shot it with my DSLR camera and then my phone. So we used the phone for the side view, and we used the DSLR camera for the front view, and then I just edited it when I got back home. So if you haven't watched that one's a fun video where Tony keeps trying to steal my lines. That was a blast. What is that? Hi, Hombre. I remember you mentioning a future project with San Matias for a high proof for a possibility. Will that be in the works sometime? Hoping for another good one to succeed the Cura 54. Well, the one that's probably going to succeed the 54 first is the Viva Mexico one I've been talking about. I'll show the bottle again. You might not have been in there earlier when I talked about it. This is a Viva Mexico Blanco that I worked with Sergio Cruz on, 46%. That one's really good. Casa San Matias sent me the Toona Blanco at still strength, and I'm supposed to taste it and go over with them on what changes I think they should make to it. So they sent me 2 bottles of the Toona straight out of the still to see what I thought about it. So I need to do that. So I was thinking I'd do that as a live on Instagram or something. Would you rather do it here or on Instagram, where I taste it and go over what I think about it, and then come up with some ideas of things they can do to maybe make it better? So maybe I'll do that as a live stream. Would you guys be interested in seeing that, or you just don't care about it and just like, Hombre, just do it and just get it over with? I'm open to anything. So I get like 98% of my tequilas and mezcals from Old Town Online, and with PayPal you can pay and then install. Well, okay, that's great. You should buy more from Ferment and Still though. So how are you doing, boss? I'm doing great. Thank you. All of your interviews has good. I think I watched all of. Oh, nice, good. I'm glad you enjoyed them. Yeah, we have a lot of fun. Do them here. Do it here. Okay. Do it as a live stream here. All right, we get 2 votes for here. Do the live stream. Okay, so I do it on Instagram or here on YouTube? Because I'll just have Humberto come on with me. Do it here. Okay, do it. Do it here or do it on Instagram. You'll watch. Okay. Where's Ferment and Still? It's online only, but our fulfillment partners in San Diego. We're all tequila geeks for crying out. Okay, all right. YouTube it is. Okay, YouTube. Okay, some votes for YouTube. Okay. All right, I guess I can do it here. I'll do it here on YouTube, and I'll see if Humberto wants to come on with me, and that way, I can let him know what I think, and you guys can be here asking questions and stuff too. Humberto's a good guy. He's the CCO for Casa San Matias. And then I can also do the tasting. I guess we can do the tasting on the Reserva, the Gran Reserva, sorry, San Matias Gran Reserva, high proof barrels that we're gonna get as well. Here, okay, here. Don says here. God, Don, I haven't seen you in a while. Glad you can make it. YouTube for sure. Okay, all right. All right, we can do it here. I'll do it here on YouTube. I'll try to do it next week. I don't know if I'll be able to get Humberto to come on. Maybe I'll talk to him and see what he wants to do. I was going to bring him and Carmen on when we did the blended añejo from San Matias, which I still think is fantastic. If you guys haven't tried that yet, oh, so good. Ugh. It's still available. It's so good. This one is so good. It's so good. Yeah, it's expensive, but it is so worth it because it is just amazing. Okay. Saw that wrist flex. I don't know what you're talking about. Here on YouTube. Okay, YouTube. Here, okay. All right, everyone wants to do it. Okay, we'll do it here. That's fine. What's the rarest bottle I have? I'm afraid to show what the rarest bottles and stuff I have because I'm afraid someone's going to come down and try to rob me. You want to know the rarest bottle I have? Okay, I'll show you a rare bottle. It's probably not worth a whole lot, but it's rare. It was the Lalo. The Lalo, yeah, it was the Lalo 110 because I was the only person with the bottle, with the full 750 milliliter bottle of that. No one else in the world had it because it was a birthday gift to me from Lalo. So my wristwatch, my Citizen's wristwatch. I don't know. But you guys want to see a really rare bottle you can't find anymore? I'll show you some stuff right now. Hold on. This one I got. Now, I'll tell you a little story about this one too. Oh, you know what? I'll show you guys. I'll show you this one. This one's cool. Hold on. A lot of people don't know about this one. I remember that video you did on We Almost Fell Off Your Chair. Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. I need to get another bottle before it's completely gone. So Citizens is a great brand. Yeah, I enjoy it. This is their smartwatch. So it counts my my steps and does my heart rate and syncs with my Google Fit and stuff. So I like it. I have I like to collect watches. I'm a watch guy, so I have some really nice watches too. But I love a good timepiece. But this is just my everyday. Where I had a GPS watch that I use for golf. That my daughter is using that one now. This one's really rare, but if you can find it still, what I recommend doing is when you're in Total Wine, look for it, and if you can find it, great. Total Wine imported this brand for a while, and they just didn't bring more in, I guess, and they ended up just blowing the bottles out. I got this for like $14.99 for it's a liter bottle, and it's one of the best low price añejos I've ever had, and it still is. But it's called, come on, focus. I can get my face out of here. So it's called Tequila Viva Los Sanchos Añejo. So good. When it went on sale, I've got more bottles there. I've got like 3 bottles of the añejo and like 2 bottles of the blanco. And at our liter bottles, I paid $14.99 a bottle for them. Amazing stuff. And some Total Wines still have them. So if you look, it's on the shelves. It's on the lower shelves. You may be able to still find the blanco and maybe a repo and the añejos around some places on Total Wine. But a lot of people don't know about this, and it is amazing. I think I'm one of the only people to review it on TMM. But it is amazing, a great budget option. I may include this on a budget option, although you can't really find it anymore unless you walk into a Total Wine that still has some. But it's pretty much done, which I don't know why. They should have brought more in. It's good. It was good. But this bottle, like to give you an idea, the stamp on this bottle, the date stamp is what? Let me see if there's a date stamp on it. No, I don't see a date stamp. And when it was bottled. No. Nope, no date stamp. Oh, that's too bad. Otherwise I could have told you when it was bottled. So another one. Well, I don't want to show off my rear bottle because people are gonna come with guns and rob me or something. So. Oh, you collect watches too? Okay, cool. Loved the Lalo High Proof. It was so good. I'm glad you loved it. I wasn't a fan. I thought it was too rough. It burned. It burned hard. It was not, for me, it was not a good one. And I know why that's what led me to believe that they do some kind of carbon filtering to mellow it down a little bit. And that was rough. Cheers, everyone. Cheers, Mark, and everyone. Sorry, no worries, Tater Dom. Glad you can make it. Thanks to Chris as well for creating an amazing product for us. BB aging staves are absolutely amazing. You're right. Hey, from Lance, what's the oldest bottle in your collection you are saving? Oh, I don't save bottles, but I do have some like I bought extras of stuff that that I have to celebrate and stuff with. So like what are some bottles that I have a El Tesoro 70th anniversary bottle over here that I am saving for a celebration because it's a really good tequila. There's a bunch of stuff. I got a bunch of stuff, good stuff. I've got like 1,200. I'm actually over 1,300 now bottles in here. So it's hard for me to say like, oh, well, this one's this one's great. I'm saving it. It's like what happens is I just go, I feel like having this, and so I just grab it and pour it, and because I need to get some of the stuff out of here. I think I've told you guys about my my collection. I've got 200 bottles sitting here on the floor. I wish there's a way I could show you what it looks like down here. My wife walks in and goes, "Oh my God, can you do something with this? You need to clean this up." I'm like, okay, whatever. So that's it. All right, guys. Well, we're running on close to an hour and a half now, so we're going to go ahead and call it a day. But thank you all for coming in and supporting the channel, and I appreciate you. Don't forget tomorrow we have the Curiosity Public coming for the Añejo blind tasting that's going on. It's going to be fun. It's going to be epic. And then I'll do the live stream for the San Matias Taona Blanco thing next week. So look for that as well. Since all of you want me to do it on YouTube, I'll do it on YouTube. And we'll go through the tasting notes on that and what I think they should do to fix it, if anything. And then maybe I'll do the tasting too of the single barrel from Gran Reserva that we're doing for the collective, for the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective. You should do a walk around tour of the vault someday. Oh, that would take too long for me to walk. I mean, literally. Here, I mean, just to give you an idea here, this is my mezcal cabinet there. This is mezcal right here. This is tequila here. This is tequila here. I don't know if this can see the floor. Let me see, maybe if I move it over. Can you see? You can't see bottles on the floor over there. No, you can't see them. All you can see is the hallway. So, there's about 200 bottles on the floor of both tequila and mezcal and soto and stuff like that. I've got some sotos I need to do a review on. Got some mezcals in here too. I got some. I got a lot of stuff, so it's all. I got more reviews coming. So gonna have plenty of content for you guys. So stay tuned. All right. Thank you, Jermaine. You have a good night too. It's at 7 p.m. tomorrow. The blind challenge is 7 p.m. tomorrow. So that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila. So keep watching my reviews. Keep trying the stuff I recommend, and you'll be in great shape. Salute. Bye, guys. Have an awesome rest of your day.